students, welcome to the lecture on deciding workload ratios and human resource strength in various departments. And after this lecture, we will be able to learn the following objectives. Understand X-ray department, explain medical laboratory, define food service, discuss sterile supply department. Let's start with a brief introduction. Human resource management decides the workload ratios and human resource strength in various departments of the hospital in order to avoid over and understaffing of under and overutilization of the personnel in various departments. Human resource management has been regarded to be the most crucial component for the successful arrangement of healthcare. It is concerned with mobilization, motivation and capacity development of health personnel in order to achieve health goals. Firstly, staff recruitment and positioning will be left to the discretion of hospital management under a framework set at the national level. Let us now discuss X-ray department. While deciding the number of employees in an X-ray department, the following tasks should be taken into consideration. Reception of a patient, recording the history of a patient as concerned with X-ray, preparing the necessary papers, the slip to be pasted on the X-ray request, entry in the register, etc. Taking film from stock, putting the same in the X-ray cassette, explaining to the patient about X-ray procedure and taking the X-ray, processing film, sorting film, reporting to the radiologist, typing of reports, charting report or dispatching report. Keeping in view the quality of work required, one X-ray technician cannot be asked to do more than 30 X-ray investigations per day. There are certain X-rays such as carotid angiography, xylography, which take very long and only 2 can be done in a day. Physiotherapy. The main functions of this department are to rehabilitate or activate various limbs, parts of the human body which might have become inactive due to accident, disease, aging, process, etc. One physiotherapist can treat about 25 patients in a day, 8 hours duty. Let us now discuss medical laboratory. One medical laboratory technician can do approximately 35 tests per day. If he does less than 35 tests, it means that his performance is below average. If he does more than 35 tests, the accuracy of his tests should be questioned. In one day, one technician can do 45 hematology tests or 50 urine analysis tests or 50 parasitological tests or 20 blood tank tests or 40 serology tests or 30 biochemistry tests or 20 histopathology tests. Pharmacy. The number of pharmacists to be employed in a hospital depends upon the policy of the hospital. Some hospitals expect outpatients as well as inpatients to purchase only costly medicines from outside because of their own pharmacy not stocking them due to financial constraints. Laundry. The number of personnel required in the laundry department depends upon the frequency of changing the linen in the wards, the quality of linen, as well as upon its laundry equipment, whether it has boilers, washing machines, hydro extractors, drying tumblers, flat work ironers, flatbed presses, and allied equipment. However, one laundry operator can wash the linen of 25 to 30 beds and one laundry orderly can assist in washing the linen of 50 to 60 beds. The food service department of any hospital caters meals to the patients and plays a significant role. Meals prepared hygienically under the guidance of qualified dietitians according to the instructions of the doctors and attractively served to the patients help in their speedy recovery. If the meals are substandard in any respect, they have the opposite effect. Today, the food service department ranks as one of the major departments of a modern hospital. It is responsible for planning, organizing and directing all phases of dietetic operations which include visiting patients, consulting their charts, menu planning, food preparation, serving budgeting, cost control, record keeping, performance appraisal of its personnel, safety, sanitation, etc. Sanitation and housekeeping. The housekeeping department deals with hospital hygiene. The sanitation in charge should know the simple facts about bacteriology. The sanitation in charge should know the simple facts about bacteriology. He should also be able to train his employees in cleaning techniques that prevent the spread of disease, since all cleaning is meant to remove organic matter in which bacteria is harbored. Some organisms are too small to be readily seen by the naked eye. Some viruses are so small that they cannot be seen even under a microscope. A number of infections are caused by bacteria. Under certain conditions where there is moisture, heat and accumulation of dirt, these bacteria multiply rapidly. Cleanliness is the cardinal method of attacking them. It is not essential for the sanitation in charge and his workers to know about every kind of bacteria and the diseases they produce, but it is necessary for them to understand that bacteria enters the body through the mouth, nose, mucous membranes or through broken skin. Housekeeping products. Cleaning. It means removal of all visible debris. Choosing cleaning products and equipment with an eye of cost, performance and convenience is a tedious task. However, it is necessary to do this task so as to achieve our objectives. Therefore, knowledge of the housekeeping products is necessary. There are two types of housekeeping products, namely disinfectants, detergents, disinfectant. A disinfectant is a substance that kills microorganisms on inanimate objects. Effectiveness of disinfectants depends on 4 factors. Temperature of water, most effective when the environmental temperature rises. The same can be achieved by mixing it in hot water. Strength of solution. The stronger the solution, the effectiveness of a disinfectant increases in a shorter period. Duration of exposure. The longer a disinfectant remains on the surface, the more effective it will be. Detergent. Detergents are surface active chemical preparation capable of emulsifying dirts. Detergent act. When soap is dissolved in water, it emulsifies the droplets of grease into tiny particles which no longer repel the water but form a suspension with it and get washed out. Soaps decrease the surface tension of water and penetrate more easily on the floor and remove the dirt. Soap solution has a colloidal action, that is, it gathers tiny soft jelly-like cloths which have a curious power to draw them into themselves the particles of dirt while scrubbing. Synthetic detergents have no oil base, so do not curd atop the wash water and hence float off the residual oil even in hard water. Constitution of soaps as detergents. Soap consists of fats, builders, rosins, abrasives, fillers, germicides, scents and water. Security. With the passage of time, the security of any organization is becoming more and more problematic. This is particularly so for a hospital. Visitors often indulge in pilferage with or without the connivance of employees of the hospital. They also try to visit the patients during non-visiting hours, thereby violating the rules and regulations of the hospital. Keeping in view the rising trend of thefts and the tendency of visitors to violate the rules and regulations, it is necessary to engage sufficient security force. The staff strength required depends upon several factors: the area of the hospital, the location of the hospital, city, town and village, the construction of the hospital building, compact building, scattered buildings as a result of mushroom growth with or without proper planning. Let's talk about sterile supply department. The staffing norms of the central sterile supply department of a hospital depend upon the model of the autoclave, other equipments being used in the department, the policy for the distribution and collection of articles, the interpersonal relationships of the staff of this department with the staff of medicine, surgery, operation theatre, labor room, casualty, etc. While determining the staffing norms for the Central Sterile Supply Department, several points must be kept in mind. Method of collection and distribution of articles to be autoclaved, number of disposable articles being used in the hospital, reprocessable articles available for circulation, bed strength of the hospital, EGC department. The staffing norms for EGC technicians depend upon the size of hospital, size of the hospital and number of patients visiting the OPD. The staffing norms for EGC technicians can be formulated on the basis of number of EGCs taken in one shift lasting 8 hours. The EGC technician's work is not only to take the EGC of the patient but also to establish rapport with the patient before taking the ECG, noting down the required particulars in the register, setting up ECG machine with ECG graph, tying the cord on different parts of the patient's body, taking the ECG, cutting the ECG graph, mounting the ECG graph on the ECG folder, submitting it to the cardiologist and pasting the ECG request in the patient's chart for ready reference. Infection Control and the Central Sterile Supply Department. Central Sterile Supply Departments CSSD are known by a variety of names in different facilities. The CSSD departments may have all or some of the following responsibilities: decontamination of instruments for surgery, the delivery room, emergency department, nursing divisions, clinics or off-site urgent care facilities, etc. Instrument set assembly and packaging, sterilization services, patient equipment, cleaning, distribution and billing. Case card system for surgery and or the delivery room, managing loaner instrumentation and implants, OR scheduling and or billing. Cardiac arrest card processing, stocking and distribution, staffing surgical core areas, surgical instrument purchasing, acquisition of special order implants and supplies, instrument processing within surgery, monitoring operating budgets for other departments within the facility. The scope of services: all services are performed continuously. In 2006, the department prepared 31,488 surgical instrument sets for the use of surgery rooms. Worth of medical material was sterilized for all stations and centers of the hospital. The Central Sterile Supply Department as a specialized center offers the following services: disinfection, mechanical treatment, special treatment for all medical supplies, disinfection, mechanical treatment and special treatment of all medical supplies in automatic washers with adjustable and controlled parameters. The machine controlled washing is carried out in a closed system and uses thermal, chemical or thermal disinfection. Organizing and completing surgical instruments. Surgical instruments are organized and completed into sets by qualified nurses. Medical supplies packing. Medical supplies are packed into special single-use or reusable sterile packs. The employees are qualified to choose and use the correct ones. Visual control of completeness, preparation and packing of surgery room clothes. The employees carry out a visual control and check if surgery room clothes are complete. They prepare and pack the clothes either in single item packs or set packs according to requirements of individual surgery rooms or other stations and centers. Moist heat sterilization. Moist heat sterilization is used for medical products that are made of metal, are porous, hollow or otherwise thermostable. The sterilization medium is saturated water vapor which transmits thermal energy by condensing on medical products. Ethylene oxide sterilization. Ethylene oxide sterilization is used for thermolabile reusable medical supplies made of plastic. The sterilization medium is a mixture of ethylene oxide and vapor that penetrates well. This moist sterilization process requires a period of post-sterilization aeration to remove toxic residues. Plasma sterilization. Plasma sterilization is used for thermolabile, reusable medical supplies made of plastic. The sterilization medium is low temperature plasma created in a high frequency electromagnetic field that interacts with vapors of 58% hydrogen peroxide in a high vacuum. Plasma sterilization is a dry sterilization process. Final inspection. The employees of the department carry out final inspections which are regulated by an employees code. The department takes care of the delivery of the sterile medical supplies.
Before a surgery can take place at any of the CAMC hospitals, the proper equipment must be ready in the surgery suite. That's the job of Central Services, to make sure the necessary surgical instruments are packaged and ready for each procedure. Let's take a behind-the-scenes look at Central Services. We visited the one at Memorial. There are similar departments at General, Women and Children's, and Teays Valley hospitals. At all 4 hospitals, including Surgicare and the Ambulatory Surgery Center at General, more than 33,000 surgeries were performed last year. At Memorial, that's an average of about 30 each day in the main surgery department. Memorial's Central Services also processes trays of equipment for Surgicare, Cardiac Cath Lab, Central Dynamics Lab, and nursing units.
Number one job for CS is fight infections, kill microorganisms that ultimately lead to patients' infections.
At each hospital, Central Services works to ensure that surgery, cath labs, and nursing units have the necessary equipment when it's needed. Central Services is responsible for decontaminating and sterilizing instruments for use in surgery. The instruments are placed in containers or trays depending on the kind of case. For example, cardiac, vascular, laparoscopic, orthopedic, or general surgery. Each tray also has a barcode to be able to track it from the technician loading the tray until it goes to surgery and returns to Central Services for cleaning.
You can see on the outside these arrows lock the lid on, and the black dot signifies that it's been through the sterile process. These are steamed. They go through the steam process. The initial of the technician that set the tray up and a load number that we can use for recalling instruments if we've had a wet load, moisture in the tray, or if we need to go back and find out anything about that tray, we can pull the load records based off of that number.
In the decontamination area, each cart is broken down with the instrument containers separated from the instrument baskets. They're washed by hand using an enzymatic cleaner to break down blood and protein on the instruments. The technicians wear the proper personal protective equipment for working in decontamination. The instruments are then placed in a washer for a 45-minute wash and dry cycle to further decontaminate the equipment. Some instruments cannot go through the steam wash because they can't withstand high temperatures or fluids, so they're decontaminated by hand, then passed through to another section for further cleaning with alcohol.
When we come in the morning, we have to bring out the new stock for the day. That's a daily thing, except for the weekends. We just basically break it out of the shipping boxes and set it up to be put on the shelf. Once we get that finished, then we'll separate into our specified areas for the day.
An elevator carries the clean equipment from Central Services to an area in surgery so the equipment can be distributed to the appropriate OR suite. If the clean equipment is not used in surgery, it's sent back to Central Services on the same elevator so it can be stored until it's needed. The equipment that is used comes down a separate elevator and directly into a decontamination area, further preventing the spread of bacteria. Central Services also has 2 inventory controllers who maintain the stock levels for all the disposable products. They do a daily count and submit a requisition to purchasing. Purchasing contacts our main distributors to place the order.
Now in the end, let us summarize what we have learnt in this lecture. Preparing the necessary papers, the slip to be pasted on the X-ray request, entry in the register, etc. Pharmacy department of any hospital is a major source of administrative concern in terms of cost control, quality of medicines, pilferage, wastage, legal obligations, etc. Laundry department depends upon the frequency of changing the linen in the wards, the quality of linen. Food service department of any hospital caters meals to the patients and plays a significant role. Security of any organization is becoming more and more problematic. One person in Central Sterile Supply Department can take care of 25 to 30 beds.